Welcome back, astronomers. Now it's time for us to see Mars set and see if we can see any other objects in the night sky popping up. So we can make a quick prediction to see where we think Mars is going to end up. But we saw Mercury set in the west. So Mars, are you going to set in the west? Let's see, an hour from now at 9 o'clock. Seem to be headed toward the west. 10 o'clock. Wait, Mars, you're getting past the west. Where are you going? We'll go minute by minute here and see if we can't figure out when Mars is going to set. So we're getting close now to 11 o'clock. But for whatever reason, Mars, past 11 o'clock, is not setting directly in the western sky. In fact, it's setting a little bit north of west. So we're going to record this data point in here. Actually, I'm going to go back to 1055. So that would be 10 would be 22. So there's our 1055. And at this position, you'll notice that we can record an altitude of 6.6 degrees and an azimuth of 282.6 or 283, rounding that out. But the most important thing we're seeing here is that Mars is not setting directly west. Wonder what's causing that. Well, let's look at another part of the sky and see if anything else is in our view. Hey, over here in the eastern sky, we see the moon popping up. And we'll watch the moon go with us. And I'm just going to go ahead and let time run for a little while. And let's see what the moon is doing. What's the moon going to do? What do you think? Well, let's make this move a little quicker, shall we? Make this move even faster and faster. And hey, it appears that things in the night sky are rising out of the east. And then I'm going to look at the southern sky. We'll start the sky moving again. They rise out of the east. They move across the southern sky. Oh, and we have something else popping up. We have Jupiter rising up, not out of the east, but kind of east-southeast. And again, we've seen Mars set over between west and northwest. So the moon is moving east to west. Jupiter, it appears, is rising east, and we might guess is going to set in the west. And we've seen Mars and we've seen Mercury both fall and then set in the west. So let's make some more recordings. We've discerned a few patterns here, which is one of our cross-cutting concepts from the NGSS in today's lesson. And you'll notice that my clock down here is actually continuing to tick. And so that's why these numbers are continuing to move. So let's go ahead and stop that motion. And I'm going to go ahead and set this now to 4 in the morning. Okay, so there's 4 in the morning. And we'll record this position for Jupiter. We see that Jupiter is at 6 degrees above the horizon and 127 degrees of azimuth. So 127 degrees clockwise away from north. East would be 90. South would be 180. So 127 is about right in between those. As we watch the day continue, hey, another object joins the sky. Saturn is going to be joining us. And as we click minute by minute, Venus joins us as well. And we see these objects continuing to move across the sky from east to west. And we should take just a moment, like we did for the others, to notice the constellations that these are in. So I'm going to put our constellation names up and our constellation boundaries. And we see that Jupiter is actually in a constellation called Ophiuchus. And we see that Saturn and Venus are both in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'll show you just a little bit of art because it's fun. Ophiuchus is this guy holding a snake. And Sagittarius is an archer in the sky. And there's Scorpius. And there's Libra. And there's Virgo. And then there's Ophiuchus. Huh. You know, Sagittarius, Scorpius, Libra, Virgo, and Aquarius, where we saw Mercury earlier. And where was it we saw Mars? Was that an Aries? All of those are zodiac constellations. So it's like these planets are going through the zodiac, except for Jupiter is in Ophiuchus. Doesn't seem to fit. Maybe that zodiac isn't as perfect a list of constellations as some people would like to make it out to be. That actually turns out to be the case. So, at any rate, adding our fun fact about Ophiuchus into this, we can watch Jupiter relative to this constellation. We didn't see Mars move out of Aries. Will we see Jupiter move out of Ophiuchus? If we zoom in really close, it doesn't really look like Jupiter is moving relative to the stars around it, nor does it appear that Venus and Saturn are moving relative to the stars in those constellations. So from this look throughout a day, and the sun is getting ready to rise as the sky turns pale, it appears that these planets are moving along with the stars in this east to south to westward motion across the night sky, just like the stars. The planets and the stars appear to be moving the same kind of way. Interesting. So that concludes this set of observations. We'll come back and make some more in just a few moments.